Good evening, everybody, and again, welcome back to another live show of PD's Football on the live show on the channel. Again, we've got loads to rattle through tonight. As you can see, yes, I'm doing this show in a sleeveless t-shirt because I am absolutely boiling as hell. And having these green screen lights in front of me is certainly not helping at all. It really, really isn't. So, my word, I'm really feeling the heat out there, definitely. So, again, more things to discuss about today. Again, we'll continue to link with players as usual. Again, we're trying to offload some players now by the looks of it. So there you are. So it's just the case. Who are these players going to be that are going to leave? Of course, we were in friendly preseason action today, the first ever one, which was a really good off to a bright start. So there you are, as usual. And hey ho, so what we'll do is we'll just do the usual, rattle through some comments before we get three of the guys waiting in the background, definitely. So if you do enjoy tonight's show, please do hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you are new as well and enjoy the content as well. And if you would like to donate through Super Chat, feel free to do so as well. If you would like to consider becoming a member of the channel, you can do that as well. We'll just get through these comments quickly rattled before we get for the guys in who are waiting patiently in the background. Lewis, good evening. Hope you're well. Lewis says I will be on in about 25-30 minutes. So I'm having a barbecue. Nice one, man. Looking for some but hey ho. Well then, let's get four of the guys in who are waiting. Good old Chippers. Hello, Charlie from TV and Gordon. Good evening, fellas.
Evening.
How you doing?
Enjoying the weather.
Oh, aye. It certainly is, isn't it? Well, let's start off with pre-season. What did we make?
I'm annoyed because I'm disappointed because we conceded a goal.
Oh God, Chippers, man, really?
It's gated.
I'm joking, man.
I mean, what was he doing with that?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that wasn't very good as
Oh,
well.
yeah, man. Honestly, it's like, if you're going to run out, at least be aware that you're actually going to get the ball out, get some sort of contact on it. You can't be getting rounded by a team in the 50th. Sorry, but that's not good. That's why you have to go.
I mean, that was a good enough, but again, it's a good start. Considering last year we lost our first preseason game away to York.
It shows a different thing, doesn't it? On Steve Bruce and Eddie Howe.
There you are. That's it. Of course, goal scorers today. We had Matt Ritchie. We got Joe Linton on the score sheet. Sean Longstaff and Miggy got 2 the day as well. So,
well, Almiron got 2 and Longstaff got 1. Now Longstaff missed the penalty, didn't he?
Nice guy. It's going to Anna Pearson.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And Gates had scored through Paul Blackett, I believe it was.
Sorry, Peter, but go to one of the questions from Liam NUFC. I just want to see it.
Okay, then. Hold on. Just be aware. But first of all, Beetle Greg, thank you so much for your £5 super chat donation. What's going on, man? Yeah. Liam says, good start for Newcastle, but not for my non-league sides. We lost 2-0 away at Whitehawk, but I didn't go. Danny, good evening. Evening, lads. Great to see you all. And of course, Peter, you do well, very well. Thank you. Yes, that one. We'll talk about that in some point. Well, it talks that in there at some point during the show as well. So,
well, I see that. I went, yes.
What was the score like?
2-0 to Stevenage.
The thing is, I know it's embarrassing, but let's be honest, I'd rather have a really poor pre-season and have a really good start of the season, because fans get all hyped up about pre-season. For me, I'm not bothered how it looks. I'd rather be so poor and then have a really good start of the season and actually do well, rather than have a really good pre-season and then all of a sudden you get so excited and then you're not so good during the season. Do you know what I mean? It is just a wobble.
But the West Brom fans are fearing the worst from what I've been reading, so They're not
Well,
looking forward to it.
I mean, didn't get us wrong, he probably won't last very long, but that result there will tell the board that they've got to invest.
Well, yeah, you could say that. So, but he hold. But
By the
go
way,
back.
they are third favourites for promotion, West Brom, by the way.
Wow.
That's
I'm
the
very
bookies
surprised.
already.
I'm surprised at that already.
Well, you got to think it's West Brom. They are like a Premier League club, aren't they? The money and stuff.
Yeah, but again, going back to the friendly game of the day, I mean,
It's fitness, isn't it?
there you are. That's it.
It's fitness. It's getting the players up the speed of the game.
They go to Austria and not even there.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
they
Like
look
it's play a local side. Get some minutes under the belt, and then go to Austria and be ready for 2 competitive games against 2 decent German sides.
That was it. Yes. Well, this was the squad that played in the first half of the game. So the first half, in goal, it was Dubravka. We had Kieran Trippier, Jamal Lascelles, Callum Watts, Paul Dummett, John Joe Shelby, Elliot Anderson, Joe Willock, Matt Ritchie, Ryan Fraser, and Callum Wilson. Those who started the game in the first half. And in the second half, we had Carl Darlow, Emil Kraft, Callum Watts, who played the full 90 minutes, Dan Burn, Matt Target, Matty Longstaff, Joe Linton, Sean Longstaff, Miggy, ASM, and Jacob Murphy.
No recognised striker there.
I think Maxi was playing more of a free wall when the second half of the game changed, but we took the game to Gateshead, which is what we expected to do.
I'd be bloody shocked if we didn't.
That a right goal, though. I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't just they just pop the bus. You know what I mean? I've seen some lower league sides come and play against with start back. That a right goal.
They did. They really, really did.
I'm
At the end of the
surprised.
day, they'd be hyped up from that promotion as well. You know what I mean? They got a lot to play for in the new season. Bigger teams, they Barnet and that, and
I'm surprised that new lad who was saying this morning didn't play.
Aaron Martin.
How good.
Or I get there. To be fair, unheard of, but he could be good. He could be a good little sign of a Gator.
I'm not forward to seeing him play.
The only subs that did play for Newcastle the day was Remy Savage and Jay Taylor-Cook from the under-23 side. Go back to the goal we conceded. What do you put it down to? Poor defending? Is Dan Burn not tight enough on Blackett? Or do you think Darlow is just slow to come out with his goal to try and stop it?
Darlow
was too slow to come out.
I think it's both.
I think Dan Burn tries to get it off the line. When it goes past Darlow, he actually makes the effort and tries best. But obviously, he'd already long gone past the keeper. He's already slotted it in. But for me, Darlow, it's just the brain. He's just not with it, is he? We've known for a while that he's not with it. He's totally misjudged it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think he's gone.
He knows he's going to be out.
Yeah, he's got
Good thing
to
is the good thing is it's pre-season. I'd rather did it then than against Nottingham Forest, and it actually means something.
Exactly. I seen that Birmingham City is at Dwight Gale.
Look at them.
Could be. I mean, the players that didn't feature the day, we did have Pope, we did have Botman, we did have Fabian Chair because they've been on international duty, so it's understandable. But we did have Dwight Gale in there. There was no Javier Manquillo.
Bruno didn't play either.
Bruno wasn't there as well.
Dwight Gale's being linked with West Brom and Birmingham City.
Yep, he has. Who else wasn't in there as well, which was very
Steve Bruce. I've always wanted to sign Dwight Gale, but an opportunity with Newcastle did barely play him.
There you are. Federico Fernandez didn't play in the game as well. Clark as well.
Matty Longstaff.
Matty Longstaff came on in the second half.
Clark's also being linked with Birmingham City as well, so 2 players for Newcastle.
Yeah,
we just know these players are going to be at the door.
Yeah, that's it. Like Federico Fernandez, Darlow, even what's his face? That looks like from Norwich. I think he'll be gone as well.
Lewis.
Lewis.
He didn't play the day as well, so
I think he's gone as well.
He should get.
I would like to have seen him get a better opportunity, but with the money that's coming into the club, you've got to understand that we're getting better players, better competition as well.
Yep, that's it in a way. But so far it's a good start. Before we take on Mainz next, which the players do fly out to Germany tomorrow. Now, this was discussed on Paul's fan forum. the Maids fans that wanted the game cancelled because of who we are owned by.
Just gotta get back to them.
Who cares? It's a preseason game. Like, what? It's not like it's competitive. By the way, so you're telling me if Newcastle played Mainz in the Europa League and the sort of like the quarterfinals, if they'd opt out then? I doubt it.
2 words, Adolf Hitler.
Honestly, the way I see it, right? If they were playing us in the Europa League quarterfinal over 2 legs, do you think they'd opt out? No, they wouldn't.
There you are, absolutely.
Think of it that way. What's the difference? At the end of the day, it's a pre-season friendly. We can't help who we're owned by. At the end of the day, we wanted change, and we've got change.
That's it, and we got change as well.
That's all we wanted. Like, at the end of the day, we could have had anyone in the club, but we don't want Mike Ashley there. At the end of the day, he's had 14 years to try and make the club successful, building on what was previous. He didn't. He was the total opposite. He wanted the money for himself. He basically made no improvements to the club. Nothing.
These
owners have been the best thing that's ever happened to us. Look at what they've done in a short space of time.
There you are, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure the chairman of the club Benz just told them said you can shove it. You can shove your.
Look at the difference that they made it in the stadium alone.
The thing is, they're making little changes that are going to help the club, be impactful for the future.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
At the end of the day, right, we can't help who's in charge of who owns a football club. As long as they do what's right for the fans and for the community to make it better, then who cares? At the end of the day, we're going to have opposition, though we're not going to like it. But I'll reiterate, like Chelsea, Man City, all these other, like PSG, all these other owners are in charge of these clubs. Now ever gets said, but all of a sudden comes Newcastle. It's just, it's getting boring. For me, it's getting really boring.
Yep, absolutely. So there you are. And Chipper's just near the spot on what was Germany like back in them days when a certain person was still alive at this point. Terrible.
At the end of the day, it is what it is when it comes to who you get in pre-season. They won it. They've accepted. We've accepted. Play the game.
Yep. Yeah, there's some awful squinting in the background. It's not as bad now. What game was you at Sharky with Lawrence?
Oh, right, yeah. So we were watching Newcastle Benfield this afternoon, just a local club near me.
Yes, he was. Oh, we've got Alex. We've got Alex. Yeah, good evening, Alex. How you doing?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. What do you make of today's friendly against Gateshead?
Yeah, not too bad. I watched the highlights. You can't really make much of it, but more of a training exercise. A lot of people keep being annoyed that I'm putting Gateshead down, and it's not that. They are in the 5th tier of English football.
Oh, yeah, well, that's it.
So, yeah, I mean, we were seeing some nice stuff. We were seeing some of what Miggy looked like he was working on towards the back end of the season, with beating his fullback and cutting in. Maxi trying to take his time a little bit, head up and pass the ball. Joe Linton trying to do destroyer things. It was good. It was good.
And Maxi set the first goal up, didn't he?
Yep.
Sorry?
Maxi set the first goal up.
It was Ellie Anderson for Richie's goal. I know ASM set up both of Miggy's goals.
Can I just say something as well about Miggy? He actually passed the ball in the final frame. Usually he just falls over and then starts blaming everyone else. Oh, you should have been there first to pass it. No. So he's obviously learning. You know what I mean? Like at the start of the very beginning of last season, he was awful in the final third.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
But those passing options weren't typically available for Maxi throughout a large portion of the season. When he got to that sort of area, there wasn't anybody over his left or right shoulder to pass to. And then he was getting criticised for running into traffic or taking a weak shot.
Yeah.
There were a few games where Fraser was on running and he could have passed it, but I don't remember Miggy making that many decent runs for him in the season. So if he can continue that, then I'm sure Maxi will feed if he can see the runs.
Yep.
He's not an idiot.
That's it. That's what we like. Oh, show you. I think we've got echoing again. I might just.
I can hear that now.
Yep. Sure, he's echoing again. Sorry.
Sorry about.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get it back in because the echo is coming back again. Again, Alex, we were discussing on the fan forum show the game against Mainz. The fans that wanted that game cancelled, the chairman had told them, no, you can't have it cancelled because of who we are owned by.
Yeah, well, their shirt sponsor is I think they're
better?
umbrella. They're an umbrella of a Chinese corporate. They've got ties with China essentially,
Well, there you are.
which have questionable human rights issues at the moment and problems.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, they need to look at their own club sponsors before they start whinging about us. It's you know, it's one rule for one, and yeah, it's unbalanced.
I also heard as well, didn't their fans protest at signing a black player? Like they didn't want him because of his skin colour. I'm pretty sure it was mentioned that I was watching Steve. I'm pretty sure it on Steve Reeves' channel last night that they weren't happy with signing someone because of his skin colour. I might be wrong, but it was something mentioned. Something was mentioned about it, or
Who's this? The German club?
yeah, mine's the protesters.
You know what? The way
Yeah.
I see it, it's 90 minutes of football. Like, what the whinging at? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you play. It's pre-season friendly.
That's it.
Probably
Absolutely.
It's probably because we're giving them name money, man. That's all.
Who cares? At the end of the day, they've obviously said to Newcastle, like, to a play in pre-season. They've said yes. There you go. It's done. To run out.
Yeah. Yep. Now, what did we make that these three players? The news that came out that was reported by Craig Hope that these three were banished to train with the under-23s.
Are you surprised?
Not really, in a way, are we?
Not really.
It just shows Eddie Howe's intent. It just shows Eddie Howe's intent that he says straight away he knows who he wants to keep, he knows who he doesn't want to keep, and that there's players who are still in our team, but if offers come in for them, then he will listen to them. That he thinks if they're sellable and not replaceable. So
all three of them are championship footballers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not Premier League level, unfortunately, whether people like it or not. They're not the level that we're going to, and they're not the level we're at now. So
yeah,
why keep them?
So those have been transfer listed as another three players who are these who have been transfer listed as well. Matty, Fernandez, and Darlow. Again,
I was surprised that all six go.
Again, Paul put a video out this week, and you could tell Eddie Howe wants these players off the wage bill. But
you've got to trim that squad though at the end of the day and bring them better quality.
We'll have to. But do you think it's going to be hard to get rid of these players considering the wages they're on as well?
Exactly, especially if championship clubs want them, their wages is going to be. We have to pay half the wages. Get rid of them.
So the question is, are they going to go permanently or out on loan?
Before the new players came in, they were sort of our highest earners, weren't they? Some of them, I'm sure, are around our highest earners. So
a lot of them are on like 30, 40k a week.
Yeah.
Well, Clark, Hendrick, and Gale, you can understand those being transfer listed straight away because they're not going to for the Premier League now.
Thing is, Gale will be the toughest one because he's on about 70k a week.
And Hendrick will have a reasonable wage because he came in as a free transfer, so that'll be part of that.
Yep, but
it's all down to wages at the end of the day because obviously they've been playing Premier League football.
Yep, but what about Matty, Fernandez, and Darlow? Is it going to be hard to move them on? Matty may not be so hard in a way.
Fernandez is in his last year of his contract, isn't he? So I think he might be a bit easier to short, although he is he 35 or something now?
33, I think.
Yeah, so age, people might look at that as a centre half and think 33 is quite old to buy. So
I think Matty needs to go for his development. Like I'll say that right now. I think given his age, there's no point in him sticking around at Newcastle because he's so far down the pecking order. He's not going to get many games. He probably needs to leave Newcastle and go and play football. It's not you know what I mean. Like, look at Sean. He's already got his contract. He's set. You know what I mean. It's the thing was when Matty obviously he was. I wouldn't agree that he went to League Two in Mansfield. Yeah, they missed out on the playoff final, but I think his level is probably Championship, League One, top end of League One. He needs football at the end of the day to progress.
Yeah, that's it. And Darlow received the goal that was conceded.
It was embarrassing.
And he was just so slow to come out to try and stop that ball from going past him. And Blackett just rounds him, and Dan Burn can't stop it from going in.
I think Darlow's finished as far as I'm concerned.
Again,
who was I didn't go back and double check, but who was the right-sided centre back in that clip who let him go? Because it was somebody's fault. I didn't look though.
Callum Watts. I think it was Callum Watts, wasn't it?
Was.
We had Watts.
Yeah, I'd have to have a look, but it like that was avoidable.
Well, the back four in the second half was Kraft, Watts, Dan Burn, and Matty Target.
Well, Dan Burn actually made an effort to try and get it off the line from going in, but obviously it was already pretty much there by the time he made that effort. But as I said, it's all a learning curve, isn't it?
It's difficult to blame anybody from that clip though, because we don't know what happened in build-up. Was somebody out of position further up? Like, it's difficult to blame anybody specific. Like, it's even hard to blame Kel Watts if he was the one who got rounded. Because the problem might have started in midfield. Like, it's hard to know. It was a good finish from the Gateshead lad. To be fair, it was a decent goal.
Good result, though.
Yep. So, with Kel Watts and both Anderson playing the day, do you think it's gonna be another loan spell for them, or do you think they're gonna get an opportunity this season?
Loan spell.
Loan spell for both of them.
It could well be. Yeah, I think Callum Watts definitely. I think will have another loan spell away.
He did well at Plymouth, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
You never know. Like, if we offload Fernandez and then we get like a very cheeky offer for Lascelles that we want to accept, and all of a sudden we left a bit short for right-sided centre backs, then it depends on what happens with the rest of the window, really.
That's a good point there. Yeah.
I think could be as well if we sell a winger, if we don't get in, but then an offer comes in, even if it's for Almiron and Fraser, that what you call him, Bruce, Howe decides to accept because it's like a reasonable offer, we might end up having Ellie Anderson stay here to play as a winger. You don't know it.
I think
you just got to say, haven't you? That depends if Dior. It depends as well if we actually make a bid for Diorby, or if or if we actually go for other wingers. And I know it seems that that's our next priority position because it seems that's all we seem to be linking with at the minute is right wingers. So,
I know Gordon was linked with Newcastle, but I think Everton have quickly said they don't want to sell him.
Yeah, which
we don't want to buy him.
Which we'll get on because there is some players we have been linked. We are still continue to be linked with that man. As you said, Chippers, Mr. Diaby. Do you think we could see a bid coming up in the next few days? There's rumours he wouldn't mind following Botman to this football club.
It'd be a good signing. If we can get him in, it'd be a good signing.
We will have to go and splash the cash out on to get this lad in.
That's what it takes now. Unfortunately, you've got to splash the cash for success. So.
Well, that's it, innit?
And he'd be worth it.
I think we can.
I seen him in the Bundesliga last season. He's absolutely brilliant.
He's seen him. He's very good on the ball. I've seen he can score goals. He can set up chances as well.
I think for the style of football Eddie Howe plays, where he wants to play front foot football and he wants to play pressing football, he's ideal for it because of his pace. He's like, see, Almiron's got the pace, but at times he lacks the finishing product. Diaby's got that end product, so that's like.
Patrick says, "Is the Asensio interest real or media lies? In what position does he play?"
He's a winger.
Miss Asensio from Real Madrid. Yes, he's a winger as well.
You got to remember as well, clubs are going to get linked with everyone, especially Newcastle with the money that we'll have. It's the media. It's what they like the clicks, don't they? Until we don't like official, then obviously.
I must say, 20 million for a player of his quality is really cheap, considering what he's won and what level of football he's been playing at. I mean,
when you consider the price players like Alex Iwobi went for, 20 million for Asensio, absolute steal. It's outrageously cheap. You could pay 30, 35, and arguably it would be fine.
Cheap.
Like, he's done the business.
What about Hudson-Odoi?
I think he's picked from what I've heard, he's picked up another injury up.
Oh, that's not good.
I'll definitely look to get Diaby. If not, then go for SLG. I would. Yeah. I know the two we need to look at.
I've actually watched a couple of Diaby games over the last few days. I've been working through full matches of him to watch, and I tell you what, I bet a few of you guys are going to be unhappy with how he plays, considering the hate that Maxi gets. I've seen a lot of Diaby, playing the wrong pass or doing a bad shot or just duffing it or running into traffic. He does it a lot. He does very similar to what Maxi does a lot of the time, and it can be frustrating. But because he's just so talented, he gets so many. It's just such a volume of chances. He gets them anyway. He gets goals and assists anyway because he's so talented. He's just so much volume. But he does a lot of running into traffic, poor shots, wrong passes. He does a lot of the same things that Maxi gets heavily criticised for. So it'll be really interesting to see people's reactions.
I mean, I agree with that. I think there could something happen possibly within the next week or so. We'll just wait and see. Of course, you want about this man before Sharky. Anthony Gordon, Sky did report we were interested in him, but Everton have said that they do not want to sell him.
But then again, no, they've got their financial problems, haven't they? And they're building a new stadium. So, you know, at the end of the day, if there's a bit of a bidding war, somebody maybe offers 40, then they may have to say yes. Given that they broke FFP, but they still deny it.
Would any of you take him? I think he's either a player you like to have in your side or you hate playing up against.
I don't
know. Yeah, do you know what? I probably would, but it depends like what happens with Diaby and what happens with Asensio. If they're available, then I think I'm taking Diaby over Gordon.
Yeah.
Most.
If Everton said they don't want to sell him, then you can probably understand if they've sold Richarlison.
That's one thing we don't want to do, though. We don't want to wait around. You know what I mean? We've got to try and get with deals done as quickly as possible. Get settled in.
But I think
be ready for the season.
I think we do now need to look at some moves along from the club at the moment because the squad's getting really big at the moment now. So
got their players out first, don't we? These players out.
That's it, innit?
Easier said than done, though, isn't it? I suppose.
Right.
The wages.
Right. Go back to this man here. There's rumours we apparently have offered a bid. We've offered a bid in from, but we don't know how factual that is. And Arsenal are in the race to try and get him as well. I mean, that is another player I would love at the football club as well.
Seems like we've been going on forever with him, though, isn't it?
And
nothing's materialising. It's just like we're not at a point where we'll just move on.
Well, I don't know if there's any factual bid about if there was any bid for Paqueta. We know
it might be Nola Crap now. That might be Nola Crap.
Don't get us wrong, like you want him in your team, but if he's not, you know, if there's nothing coming off it, like you don't want to waste your time, you know, trying to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to go for somebody else.
Yeah, well, we don't know again how factual that bit is, if it's gone in or not yet. But the Ekatike deal,
that's the case with Paqueta. It doesn't. I don't think that's the approach. The approach seems to be we have a long-standing interest in him, but it's not a priority position right now for that much money. And they're just going to. It potentially is going to leave this summer anyway, and they're just going to monitor it, see how much money they've got, see what positions we fill. Yeah. Is it possible? Is it not possible? I think they would like the signing. It's just a case of they can't get every player immediately in one window, and he's not a priority.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
It's not that we're going to move on to other targets and he's not coming. I think they do like him. It's just, I think it's more complicated than that.
It is definitely. And the Ekatike deal, I mean, you just wonder why we're not walked away from that yet.
I think we have.
I think
if it happens, if it does come back, it'll be a case of his agent coming calling back saying, PS user offer more than PSG, so we'll actually stuff PSG and we'll actually go to use because you're offering more money than what PSG will actually go to offer. So anyway, it's going to be happening again, and I think we'll just say there's two fingers, mate. You know, you've had your two chances and you blew it.
Yeah, there you are. We've got Lewis saying, "Good evening, Lewis."
Good evening. How's everybody?
Good. Yourself?
1 second. I can still hear me YouTube in the background.
Yep. What did we make of the friendly, Lewis?
Good. I haven't seen much of it, obviously, because I forgot it was on and I just saw the score.
Well, I know there was no link to watch the full 90 minutes.
Hey, what is that? About that friendly as well. Mm-hmm. They should have played at the International Stadium because of Gateshead financially have lost out there.
Yeah.
Massively. Because if they would have filled out the International Stadium, we could easily have got 5,000-6,000 in there for that. Newcastle fans would have travelled to see the players. And I just don't know, like Gateshead, they've missed out financially. We don't need the money. Period. We don't need the money.
I heard the pitch is getting done. That's why it was behind closed doors.
Why Gateshead Stadium?
Yes.
The council said no because they're sorting the pitch out.
It's a big opportunity missed out though financially for
And-
Gateshead.
And we couldn't play at St. James's Park this weekend anyway. Because
What they should have done was then they should have swapped or at least maybe try and play a midweek game towards the back end of July and then go from there. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure those options were explored. They probably, they've got big teams discussing this. They didn't just, ignore it. It probably just was the only possible way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just some Gateshead fans aren't happy about it, and I do understand where they come from.
Yeah, Tony, good evening. I hope you're well. Liam says Watts will go somewhere like Rotherham on loan, somewhere like that. He could go there again. Bruno's got to get his make Piquet. I hope you're right there. Wasn't it Wigan Watts went to last season, or am I thinking of someone else? It was Wigan last season.
Promoted.
Yep. Bruno again. Oh, he's just read that. And therefore, flying to Germany to pick up DRV. Thank heavens, needs some NUFC. I think we've all been missing the play, haven't we? Does anyone actually want going? I know he's had a good season, but surely there's better options.
No, I don't want him.
I don't want him.
No.
So enough. Luca, evening. Hope you're well. Very well, thanks. If you want to come on tonight's show, feel free to do so.
Here's a good book, though, Luca.
Tony says can quite a play right winger as well as centrally. Oh, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Alex,
he can play out wide.
That's very interesting as well.
They are pretty good. He can play out wide as well. Because there's so many options available.
Yeah. Andrew, good evening. Happy Sunday Saturday, lads. Certainly is, mate.
Got it's pretty warm.
Yeah, and I do apologize to everybody if they get blinded by me hat.
I mean, it's just absolutely humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you were join the village people. I'm expecting what's he called that? Our chap to come on with his hand on the bar, tashing his chaps in a minute.
Give it time.
Well, we'll see. Leaves the striker and wingers our main priority positions to strengthen, in my opinion.
I think he'll be great
definitely. I mean, can you see Callum Wilson staying fit for a full season next season?
No.
Because I'm not sure if I can.
You'll be looking to get 20 odd games out of him.
What makes people think he can't stay fit?
Track record.
Yeah.
But what was the context of his previous injuries?
Hamstring wasn't one of them.
Because he was the only good fit striker and he was rushed back consistently and overplayed, not rehabbed properly. So yeah, you're right. He's got a bad track record, but we've got the potential this time to give him better treatment, not rush him back, be careful, manage his minutes. So if somebody breaks his legs, fine, that's not his fault. If it happens, it happens. But in terms of like soft tissue injuries,
yep,
I'm going to be really disappointed if he gets less than 25 appearances. I want to see more minutes from him. I think he can.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. If he gets more minutes, he's got at least 25 goals.
He's got the potential to. I mean, as he showed at the end of the back end of last season with the goals he scored.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I got a feeling. Obviously, because we've getting the new training facilities, maybe that will help. Help him in the future as well.
It could well do, yeah, Lewis. Tony says if we do get Paquette, I could see it being done late, a cherry on top after we've dressed the priority positions. That is a possibility.
You got to see how we start the season as well, because that's what I do like about the summer window. Like you actually get to start the season, see what the squad's like, and if you start like poorly, you can actually make adjustments.
That's
you
it.
You got to the end of August, so
I'm looking forward to the season starting.
Apparently, rugby was on at St James's Park. Yes, there was, but I'm not sure who was playing.
That's the Magic weekend.
The Magic weekend, because on today and tomorrow, because the last game tomorrow is Hull versus Hull.
Yeah, Hull versus Hull, yeah.
Liam says he's missing non-league football. I'll be delighted when that comes back as well. Andrew says Gordon's a big no for him. For the money, he would like Barbosa. Bargain.
He's another one who's been linked.
Yeah, Gabriel Barbosa is another one we've been linked with as well.
That's a thing with this takeover. The money that we'll have, we're going to be linked with pretty much everyone. We'll just have to accept it. We'll have some more links next week.
I've noticed I'll be linked with everybody.
There'll be more next week.
I'm not convinced by Barbosa either. I think it's risky.
I mean, he's not played. He's just played. Majority of the times he's played in Barcelona. I mean, in Brazil, hasn't he?
Yeah. Flamengo, or
He's playing at Flamengo at the moment. He's not had the best of seasons. It's April to November. The Brazil season runs this year. He's not been doing great. And whenever I check I did a deep dive on him a few weeks ago. And when you look into games, he's losing a lot of duels. He's losing out physically, and that really worries me that he's losing out physically in the Brazilian league because, he's going to get smashed in the Premier League if that's. It concerns me, but it's a risky one. I think he could be one of those players that joins and he takes to it like a duck to water. But there are risks there. It's definitely
could well be
for the price as well. He's not going to come particularly cheap because he's a peak age Brazilian striker. So
I like Covey says Miggy scored twice in the friendly match. I hope he keeps scoring more goals once the season starts. Do you think if Miggy stays, that this is his last chance to prove that he could do something? Because if he doesn't,
I think so.
If he doesn't have until January, I think he'll be gone in January.
Then again, stranger things have happened. Even Eddie might still look to think, listen, I can replace him. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how good he does. Just got to wait and see. Like, especially when the season starts, see how we start. So if we start good, then who knows? But if we start poorly, then that's what I was saying about this window. You get to make changes anyway. You know what I mean? Like you've seen some of the top six start so poorly, and they know that they need to address certain areas of the pitch, and you can do that. You got that chance to change things. So who knows really? You
can't. Well, Miggy didn't have really the best of seasons last season, didn't he? It was only one goal scored, wasn't it?
I mean, he was pretty integral in house plans in the back end.
He was, but I think that was due to Ryan Fraser picking up an injury.
Aaron Fraser was back for the final 3 games.
Yeah, he was.
And Miggy got the nod in the final 3. He was part of the press. And you got to remember next season 5 subs as well. If you got an endurance pressing runner like Miggy, even if you don't want him to score goals, if you want him to come on and do a pressing role with 5 substitutes, he's going to be useful. And he's left-footed as well, so
that's a possibility as well. Yep. Tony says you light up the whole street with that hat, Lewis. I think you
I know. 60 bloody quid this cost me at Silverstone.
Yeah, good evening, Gary. Hope you're all well. Jordy 2 for life. Hope you're well. Rugby League was on, Peter. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Opinions on Gateshead's fixtures starting away with Dagenham and Redbridge.
It's a challenge for them, isn't it? And obviously they've gone back to the National League.
Yep.
Then we've got North County on the Tuesday night.
They'll give it a good go. Gateshead are on his club.
I'm sorry to tell you, but the thing is, I've just seen Sunderland are winning against Rangers.
Man,
I forgot that game's on.
Pre-season.
They've also got Roma as well. I was on the same day. I'm sure one squad's going to playing Rangers, one's playing Roma, unless at 2 different dates. I've been told 2 different things. I know they're definitely playing Roma. Sunderland.
Oh well, then.
How the fuck are they beating Rangers though?
What minutes in? Is it going into half time or something? What time they kick off?
28th minute.
Oh, plenty of time for Rangers to smash a few past them. It's just a 1 goal head start.
Well, where the hell are they playing? Are they playing in Portugal?
Yeah.
Yes, Niall, good evening. I hope you're well as well. Jordy Tuvalaces, we need Miggy for depth of the squad, if nothing else. That's not a bad point as well. Jan says ASM did pass the ball today. Finally, he started to get it. I mean, he did pass the ball to set up Miggy on both goals, where he managed to find a good space, and there was Miggy just to come on the end of it.
I seen the highlights. I seen what he done.
Absolutely, yep.
But obviously, as I said, we're going to have tougher tests because we've got the 2 games in Austria, and then we've got Benfica away, which obviously the Serbia Cup, and then we've got Atlanta and Athletic Club.
They're going to be 2 tough games at home.
The Serbia Cup will be quite good, because like Real Madrid have won that. If we can do anything similar.
Yeah, Biggie I like Coffee says Biggie did almost score some widdies against Man U and Chelsea. Yeah, he did. He wasn't far away from scoring in both of them games. When's the food? Brilliant food pictures happening within an hour of the show, as always, Niall.
He scored against Palace, was good, like.
plenty of players that need to go before Miggy, and we can't get rid of everyone in 1 or 2 windows. That's a good point as well.
Exactly. These players we want to get rid of. It's the wages and other clubs need to pay half the wages because we're gonna have to pay half.
Did anyone see to do that? Rob Elliott's now Pod Gated.
He's a good
Yeah.
coach sort of thing.
No way Sunderland beat the Gears. Oh my God, here at Aribo is Southampton bound.
He's signed.
Signed.
Rangers confirmed. They've confirmed it.
Oh, that's interesting. In terms of Gateshead, what's your expectations in the league and FA Trophy?
Gateshead can finish mid-table and do well in the FA Trophy and get as far as they can. That'd be a good season. Consolidation is important.
Actually, top 10.
Yep.
They need to just consolidate in the league and just hopefully don't go down.
That's it, isn't it? Naz says thoughts on the links regarding Diaby and the Real Madrid winger, and can you still see Newcastle get Paqueta as Arsenal also want him?
Well, my answer, who knows?
I would say we've got a better chance this summer than we did last summer. Put it that way.
If Arsenal bid something ridiculous, then if Arsenal go in with 65, I think we'll walk away. But if it's anything reasonable, I think we'll compete for it.
Yep. What was one before that? Miggy is going to be a good player. Hopefully, you're right. Tony says I used to live next door to Rob Elliott, but moved 2 months ago. He lives in Cullercoats on the seafront. Yeah, I think he lives somewhere around there.
That'd be a nice place to live.
Tony, the red top mod we got on Earth. Alex, you look be miles away from the conversations. Oh, he's still here, man. Arsenal also want Paqueta. I meant to say they do as well.
Well, there's going to be competition, isn't there? Because obviously Arsenal want to improve. They've got Gabriel Jesus. I'm sure he scored after, was it 90 seconds against Nuremberg?
He did score 2
Not
in
bad
that.
going, to be fair.
He did score 2 in the game as well, definitely. So there you are.
He scored. Did you get 2 goals? Did he?
Aye, 2.
I haven't seen the game at all. I just heard he scored after 90 seconds or something for Arsenal against Nuremberg. But I said they'll obviously need to improve because of the back end of last season. I think they just started to get found out. Lost the Champions League, didn't they, at Spurs?
Yeah, they did, didn't they? So that's
losing his spot at Spurs.
He says he's got Jesus in his fantasy team.
If he gets a sales, I expect him to do well for Arsenal. They obviously need to replace Aubameyang.
And Lacazette as well, because he's gone.
Yeah. Yes.
They need a midfield.
Yeah, that's it.
Midfield. Are they going to play El Neni and Jacko in midfield all season, are they?
Well, probably
Get
not.
an expert to get
No.
They got that Vieira, didn't they?
Is that going to get them fourth? No, they're fine players. Like Xhaka and El Neni are good players, but are they top 4 players?
Yeah, they need more stem and depth because at the minute Arsenal they're going to get overrun in that midfield.
There are plenty of players outside the top 4 with better midfield, like arguably Bruno, Ward-Prowse. There's a bunch of midfielders around the Premier League that are better than Arsenal's current midfield. Obviously, their attacking midfielders are good. Odegaard's incredible, but their central midfielders, are they Champions League players? Probably not. And then if they're not,
I'd be surprised if Ward-Prowse leaves Southampton because, obviously loves the club and he's from there. He's captain. He's got it all pretty much.
Apart from Southampton have slapped 75 million.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to tempt clubs away. Obviously, if it gets to the point where it's 70, 80 million, if that's let to be true, then who knows? But
Naz says, yes, 90 seconds, they all got gassed over. Here's just when it was only one preseason game against a German second division team that conceded 3 goals in that game as well, didn't they? And that's a show, to be fair. You're good, mate. That's good. Okay, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's show, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you are new enjoying the content as well. Definitely add, if you'd like to donate to the channel, Super Chat is available. And you can consider becoming a member of the channel as well. Just click the join button if you want to become a member of the channel. Just got around about 50 minutes until we get to you know what. Which the Chivas is.
I am glued to the edge of my seat waiting for these food picks.
Lewis, headphones again. Just remembered.
hello.
Is that better?
That's
His
better.
family, I heard, support Portsmouth. He's actually a Southampton fan, which
Ward
wouldn't go
Prowse is
down
a
too well.
Portsmouth fan, ain't it? Or is his family supports them? It's one of them, isn't it?
His family support Portsmouth and he supports Southampton.
Yeah,
Right.
like me who plays for Blackburn had his first pre-season friendly with the first team today, and they won 2-0.
I'm watching some of the local grassroots sides at the minute before Newcastle start getting into it.
Newcastle Blue Stars.
No, I haven't seen them. I've been watching Benfield.
Yep. Johnny Valentine says, question, lads. If you can sign only one player between Paqueta or a striker, let's say for 50 million, who would you pick? A forward or Paqueta? I'd pick Paqueta for a few reasons. Thoughts?
Forward.
Shutters?
Forward. Because I think if we wanted Paqueta for 50 million, we would have signed him. I'd come close to maybe bidding or signing for him by now, because I think he's a player that would, obviously, as Alex has said, he would come. So I think that deal would have been done by now if it was an essential deal.
Yep.
I don't think that's not quite what I meant. I meant that they like him, and they might.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is they're hoping nobody gets him. Ideal situation for us, I think, is Paqueta stays put and we can get him in January or next summer. I think that's what they would like. That seems to be what because there's a priority positions to fill at the moment. I'm not saying that they don't want him. It's and I think if somebody goes in with a reasonable bid, I think we'll challenge it.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time everybody sniffs around Paqueta, there's rumours that we're also going to try and, I think there is interest, but we'll see. But what was the question? Was that between Ward-Prowse and Paqueta? Is that what the comment was?
No, it
Striker.
was if you had to pick a striker or Paqueta, who would it be and why?
It's kind of got to be a striker, hasn't it?
I mean,
striker.
if Wilson does get another injury, Chris Wood, I don't think it's going to be the answer again.
Because Shelvey is somewhat competent, was reasonable in our unbeaten run. Willock is a decent young box to box. And Sean Longstaff's been okay when he's played well at the final couple of games. Hopefully he can progress.
Yeah,
but you can't say the same about the striker backups.
That's it. I mean, when Wilson does get injured, we do struggle for goals up front. You're right about that.
We need to score goals on a regular basis.
I don't think anyone's got the confidence in Chris Wood for upcoming season. And Gale believes going to be out the door at this point by the looks of it now.
Chris Wood will come on like mainly second half where you play cup games and stuff like that.
I mean, who is Dwight Gale going to go to? There's strong rumours of Birmingham City. The same with Clark as well. I don't know.
I'm surprised he's put Gale in the under-23s, to be honest.
I mean, if he wants him out of the team, then is it understandable?
Yeah, but it's just a bit contradictory considering how much he was praising Gale at the back end of last season. He came out. I was a bit confused by that. Eddie Howe came out and were like, "Oh, he's the best in training. He's the best finisher I've ever worked with in training." He said all of these things,
and didn't play him.
It is a bit odd. It's strange that he said these things.
Do you think they may have had a falling out? Like if he said to him, "Listen, I'm going to put you in under 23 because I want you." Like he hasn't he said to him, "Listen, I think like you might say, listen, I appreciate what you're doing, I appreciate your work rate and everything like that, but for me, I'm going to let you go in the summer because you need games." And then Dwight Gale might have just went, "Oh, we don't know, I suppose, but he's still here, isn't he? I know he's only on 23s, but he's still technically here. So for me,
I don't know.
Until I don't know, because Steve Bruce said that and he didn't play him, so it was like, well, like said he was one of the best finishers and everything, and he wanted to sign him everywhere he went, and he hardly played him. So I don't know.
I'd be surprised if there was a falling out because that group is pretty. Because we've not had any problems yet, have we? So you don't want to be that first one to rock the boat because it's been so harmonious.
I know Fernandez was having fallen outs with Graham Jones, and he's not played a game since Norwich at home last season.
Wasn't that previous to Eddie Howe coming in though?
It could have been, yeah.
That was like his little interim few games, wasn't it?
Whatever he's done at Dwight Gale, at the end of the day, you've got to trust what Eddie Howe's doing. Like he knows what he knows what he wants and where he wants to take us. So at the end of the day, if he's going to hurt a few feelings, so what? I mean, for me, I want people who want to play for us, not people who are going to sulk. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's football. Like if he goes, he goes. That's it.
I agree with you, which makes it more weird that he came out and said the girl's a sick trainer.
That part,
I just don't get those comments. They're a bit weird. I never.
Yeah, you make a good point. Like, just tell the truth. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if he's not for you, just say like, listen, that's it. Thanks for your services. You've been great at the club, but I've been here 6-7 months now. I've got my ideas of what I want to do.
If that was 100% the honest truth, then he would have played ahead of Chris Wood. Yeah, he never did. So
I agree. He knows what he wants.
Time it's 1-0.
He just for Eddie Howe, he just needs to, in a way, get his act into gear with the players that he wants to keep and the ones who he wants to get rid of, and just be honest with them. Say, listen, you're surplus to requirements. That's it. Thanks for your time. Good luck in your career, and that's it. And we'll bring who we bring in. Do you know what I mean? There's no point brushing anything under the surface because you're not going to help yourself in that way. I mean,
well, that's it. I'm surprised. Birmingham. A lot of people think if he went to Birmingham, I mean, Birmingham's in a bit of a turmoil situation at the moment. Would it be a good idea for him and possibly Clark to go there?
Have you seen who wants to take over Birmingham City? That Lawrence Bassini. He's literally the definition of Mike Ashley. Mike Ashley, the second.
Fruitcake, I think.
Oh, yes.
Do you think that might be why that sort of move hasn't happened? Because they obviously don't know who's going to own them.
They've got the financially in the mess in the minute on this. So what do they do? They need a striker because they obviously got Troy Deeney in, but he's getting on, isn't he? He's not gonna do the business for them.
They've got Scott Hogan as well.
Again, he was. I mean, they got him from the lower leagues, didn't they? It's just
got him from Brentford.
They got him from Villa.
I know Villa got him from Brentford at the time in the Championship.
Yeah, lower league Championship and that. It's just. At the end of the day, Birmingham don't score enough goals. I mean, they sacked that manager who, for me, don't get us wrong, I wasn't expecting Birmingham to do any miracles or anything, but you don't sack your manager for no reason of what he's trying to do. There's no money for him to spend. You know what I mean? He's literally doing everything on a shoestring budget. You know what I mean? Who's going to go in there right now and improve Birmingham in the current situation?
Apparently, Troy Deeney is come on $7,000 a week, so he's not breaking the bank. It's Tahith Chong on 45, Scott Hogan on 23. So the issue is these championship clubs, like a star player for a championship club is going to earn $30,000 plus, and these championship clubs can only have a few of them on the books at the time. Most of the squad's got to be on less than 20, less than 50. They can't handle the wages, so they can only have a few of these massive names on big wages. So all of these people that we're trying to shift are on between 40 and 60, maybe more, and they're on that right now. So that would be considered a huge, a star player in most championship sides.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find, do people want to sign Kieran Clark as their star centre back and put him on 30 to 40? Because he's well within his rights to just say, nah, I'm just going to stay here and take my paycheck.
That's it, and a lot of these players could still do that, couldn't they? Yad says, give it 2 more weeks and we'll have Paqueta, Diaby and Broja. Again, Broja's still being linked as well.
Well, he hasn't gone on their tour of America, has he, though?
He's going on. He's going now.
He's going now.
I've seen it earlier on. He's going.
Middlesbrough linked with Gill. I think I know Dollar was linked with them either. Middlesbrough linked with them, both of them. Ryan, last deal for Domino's that I've got 50% of all Peters. I can't wait for the mug tonight. Well, speaking of Ryan, he's actually here.
So,
just in time for his favourite part of the show.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ryan, yes to every bit of food.
Right, Ryan, thoughts on the preseason 5-1 against Gateshead? Have you seen the clip?
I saw the highlights when I woke up, and I mean, what is it about preseason? It's kind of about fitness. You don't really take it too seriously, and so expected and good goals, I guess. So, yeah.
I mean, do we expect some of the new players to play in the means game friendlier? I think some of them will definitely.
Well, yeah, that's the point of preseason is that they'll get minutes and I don't know about this game because obviously I just saw the highlights, but. It just seemed like they subbed off players during halftime and a bit after in the second half, probably.
Kel Watts was the only person who finished the 90 minutes.
Yep, he was
Okay,
only
yeah.
that day.
So yeah, like I expect probably the ones coming back from international break, like Trippier, Shar, Bruno. I'm sure they'll get some time, like in the next
Trippier
friendly.
played, didn't he? Trippier played
Yeah,
today, didn't he?
It was
Tribute.
Pope, Bruno, Botman were given extended. They were, I think they were there, but they've been
They
given
were
extended
watching, yeah, but
rest.
they did. Yeah,
Yeah, like next game they'll probably get some minutes too, for sure.
yeah.
Who's the next
absolutely, yes.
friendly? Isn't it 1860 Munich?
It's Mainz, isn't it?
Mainz.
To be
I
fair,
thought
though,
I thought that was
again,
cancelled.
No,
No,
it's
well,
on.
the fans
Well, the
protested.
fans tried to get it cancelled, but the told them, the chairman told them you can shove it up your arse. That's what
Yeah, the
British
manager
people
was
do.
like, no.
to be fair, though, we could afford to make changes to change of sick today against Gateshead. You know what I mean? It's tried and tested.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, lads, if we got results without Wilson, if we say Bequeta, we could play at a false nine like City have and Liverpool. I'm not saying we are there standard, but we could be more fluid in a three up top. Do you think that's a good point there?
Nope.
I don't know about
Silly
that.
point. Sorry.
No.
We've got
I'm not-
somebody
I'm not-
wrote an article about goals.
Can you put that comment back up again?
Yeah, goals are important. If you had, I can't remember who it was. It was on One Football. It was a really well written article. I need to go and find out who it was. And it was about the amount of goals you need to score to get places in the Premier League. And
Yep.
typically, I think to get in the top 6 or 7, you need 57 plus goals on average.
Yeah.
And we finished on what 44? I can't remember, something like that.
I don't know.
So we need around 15-ish goals more this season coming.
Yeah.
So
Here's
it's not just about results.
the thing
we
with this
need more
comment-
goals.
Sorry, Alex. The same
Sorry.
with this comment. Like, for me, like we won those games the second half based on like 1 or 2-0, like 1-0 wins and like keeping a clean sheet. Like it's people like Bruno that got like the 5-6 goals or whatever that got us.
Yeah,
wins.
good.
yeah. I was just
Like,
going
if
to
we
say
wanna-
most
if
of
we
our
need
wins
further,
were
we
after
need-
January anyway.
We need more from our attack next season. Like this is what I was crying for. Like
We need a
towards
lot
the end.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more goals on the side.
Yeah, Tony says might
I'm
have
not-
to subsidize some wages to get rid of players like Gale. Yeah, and Liam thinks his Bassini is worse than Mike Ashley.
I won't say he's worse because you don't know what he's going to do with them, but the way he's
Now
talking,
that
it's not
they're both a Sony show of a picnic, right? I mean, Jesus, what?
I need to
Do you
watch
see what he
that
said? Do you see what he
Talksport.
said this morning? Oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to win Birmingham City the league. Hold on. For a club that finished 20th last season, you're competing against 3 clubs that went down, plus the rest. That's how
Didn't you
deluded
go
he is.
Didn't you go on Talksport and say that?
Yeah. Like, just
Yeah.
Simon,
I don't
Simon, I'm
watch
going
that
to prove
video.
you wrong. I would have been there. They were like, no, we're not here to try and score levels or whatever. We're here to listen to what you have to say about buying Birmingham City. He's like, you want to win the league, so you're basically going to have to put your money where your mouth is and heavily invest in that club. Otherwise, you're knackered.
Liam
He was
says, I
talking
think-
to someone who did the same thing at Crystal Palace.
No, well, you are. Liam says, I think I saw Ren being linked with the likes of Gale. I know Ren and also linked with Hendrick as well. I think, it could be Munich next. You could be right, Ryan. I'm sure it's Munich before Mainz. It could be wrong. I
I
think
don't
it
know
actually
the
could.
order.
It could actually be Munich. Actually,
I just checked.
Bassini's-
7th place scored 60 goals. So we scored 44. So we've
Yeah,
got
we need more goals.
15, 16 goals next season.
yeah, Bassini is probably another side door. Yeah, that's a good point.
He is.
Definitely. Alex, so, but do you think that's a good point Liam's just made? Is another Simon Jordan?
Well, they hate each other.
Yeah.
So
Well, they do, don't they?
Well, you'd only find out over time, wouldn't you? Well, if he obviously goes to Birmingham and buys it, and
Yep. Johnny Tufalai says, is that not good winning 1-2-0? Bloody hell, lads. We have a better squad than last season already, so who's going to get us 50 more goals up front if Wilson is out?
I would cry out for a striker.
Another striker.
that's the whole transfer.
You
That's what we
need it.
Yeah, we need a new striker and a right winger. We need at least a backup who's going to get more. We had 17 different goal scorers last season.
Yeah,
We need our attackers to just do more of the attacking.
Yep. Bassini couldn't buy Bolton. That says a lot. No, he couldn't. Could he?
Didn't you want
'Cause he
Watford
did
as
have the
well
money.
a few years ago? I'm sure you wanted
did have
Watford at
some
some stage as well.
Yep. Broja's only got 6 league goals, so is that another risk we are taking if we get him as well?
every
striker's a
signing he
risk.
makes a risk. Everyone's a risk.
Well, yeah, that's definitely.
Who's out there that's going to get us like 20 goals that's not overpriced too?
Me.
We don't,
No, no, no.
we don't
Yeah.
need somebody to get 20 goals. We need the right winger to get 10-ish. We need
Yeah, we need
Maxi
about 10 goals,
to
yeah.
a bit.
So our front
You know.
three splitting the goals then.
Yeah,
Like,
Maxi got
with
5. So if
yeah.
Maxi can get 8 or 9,
Double
if the new
figure.
right winger can get 8 or 9, if Wilson stays fit a bit more,
Mhm.
and then if our goalkeeper, and then we have a better defensive record by 5 or 10 goals, then that is the difference. But it sounds great, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
Yep, Southampton's top scorer was Prowse, said he's a midfielder. Well, Southampton have been on a bit of a struggle to score goals as well.
Southampton do what they always do. They start well in January, they just fade, they fall off a cliff. They get all their main
Also-
points at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Also, Hasenhüttl doesn't like Newcastle, so it's like, why do they want to sell us?
Yeah,
You know,
Ian
he's made
says,
it abundantly clear.
Ian says, talk about strikers, food at home equals Gale. Alex, are we also interested in 23-year-old Italian?
So are
Sassuolo?
the Qataris that own
That's
PSG.
the Scamacca guy. I think Scamacca's going elsewhere. I don't think we're going to get him.
I heard
By the way,
PSG.
they've got a nice
PSG.
colour for that kid.
PSG, Romano said something about PSG with him.
Well, guys, we are at the point where we get to you know what.
Oh, God.
It's time for the food picks.
Just
Well,
kill
first
it.
of all,
Yeah,
get
The
guys.
show, the part of the show where we hear Chippa's bitch and complain.
Well, first of all, guys, please do smash that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the dollar sign if you'd like to donate and if you'd like to consider becoming a member as well. You can do so as well. Well, then, here we are. We got 10 to show the night.
Oh, gosh. 10.
Excuse me.
Peter, you need to get an introduction going for this food, you know.
Yeah, you got to get
And
something
yeah,
going.
No problem, Alex, if you've got to shoot off.
Yeah, I've got to
so-
disappear at 9 o'clock.
All the best, you
Yeah,
mate. See you soon,
Take
man.
care, guys.
See you later,
Good
mate.
to see you, Alex. Good to see you. Of course, Alex is part of Paul's channel, the 2 review. If you have checked 2 review out, he's hit 12k. Well done, Paul, on in 12,000k. I was done on the fan forum on Tuesday night. So again, massive well done to Paul for getting to that point. But anyway,
And
guys,
net was fucked on that.
well, then, guys, this is what we have got. This is the first one we're gonna get through. Okay,
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
here it is. So this is the first one, and it's this.
I literally just saw that. Yes.
Oh,
God.
God.
Is that chicken
Chicken
strips and
Is
chips?
that wings? Is that
Chicken
wings
strip.
and chips?
Oh, here
Chicken
we
strips
go.
and chips saved at Spurs.
Oh. I would have
Actually,
it, but it looks a shit. Looks a shit version of KFC. I prefer KFC's version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like some kind of queso, like cheese sauce or whatever on it.
It does
that's
look like
that
it,
sauce
doesn't it?
looks wrong. That sauce looks
It
wrong.
actually might be
should
it might be
barbecue.
Oh, that looks
mustard.
good. That looks really good.
Mustard.
It,
No,
Yeah.
there's no way that's mustard. Mustard's more yellow than that.
Yeah. Yes or no for
Yeah,
that
but-
one?
That's like runny
English
shit
mustard.
diarrhea sauce. That.
You would say that. Yes or no? Yes or no for that
Yes,
one?
Yes.
No, just for the
Ooh.
sauce.
Okay then. Well, you could. That's the next one.
Oh, whose penis is that?
This is
That's definitely in South America.
cheese.
You know what that
cheese
actually
stick
looks
with a
like?
beer at Deportivo in Venezuela. So yes, you're right there. You're right there, Ryan.
No,
That
you know
looks
what's
so
quite
South America.
funny? You could actually see that as you can actually do it as a penis selfie, like stood there with your hand like that.
You just gotta
See,
get a
that's-
hot dog. You just gotta get a hot dog sticking out of it.
That's an elephant's trunk. That.
Oh,
Yes or no for that one?
no.
Wait,
What is
a
it? Just
cheese-
a baguette?
It's
Is
a
there
cheese
anything in
stick.
it?
A
I think-
cheese steak.
No, just a fucking cheese stick, man.
I'd eat it. How much is it?
That would cost you how much? 150. If that was in English pounds.
That's cheap as
1.50,
chips. That for a bloody
That's
baguette.
for a baguette
actually
and a beer. I'd take that. Yeah.
Okay then. Yes. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, you would, Ryan. I thought a feeling you would. No problem. Basically, if you got to nip out in 15 minutes, that's fine.
I'll be back in 15 minutes.
No problem. This is the next one.
Oh, what the fuck? That's someone's penis. That's someone's
that's
bollock.
actual-
Hang
That.
on.
Spaghetti meatball fries with parmesan at Toronto FC, and that's your end.
Toronto. Gee,
I live 4 hours from Toronto. Nah. Can't have
Whose fucking
spaghetti.
bollocks? Whose bollock was that? It was fucking huge.
It must be a Rocky Mountain oyster chippas.
Oh.
So is that-
No.
Nah, not for me.
That looks
No.
like slop on the
You don't put like Italian like marinara with chips. Not for me.
Yeah.
But
Right, this is the next one.
Is that Nancy?
I saw this picture the other day as well.
How much
Cheesy
cheese
chips.
you gonna put?
Add Folkestone and Victor.
There's more cheese than fries.
Yeah.
And I at least want chips with me. At least want chips with them if I was gonna have cheese and chips. Like.
How much is that?
I think it was £2.50. I can't remember.
$4.50 it is.
Yeah, $4.50.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, for just cheese and chips, no way.
It's gonna be a quid.
Not for me.
Not for you. Anyone else?
Yeah,
The cheese will be stringy as fuck. The cheese will be stringy as fuck.
Guess that's a no from everyone for that one.
No, I would have gone with it.
Or you would,
Peter,
Sharky?
Yeah, well,
Peter, if I lived off your bloody food pics, I'll be bloody anorexic by now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be
this
like,
is the
what?
this is the next one we've got.
Oh, what the fuck? Is that just chicken? Just
What's that?
chicken in a baguette?
This is called the Pitmaster. It's got
That's like some sorry.
Indian.
That's like some American barbecue food. Like they just they
Bit-
smoke it for like 12 hours. Yeah,
bit
I'd
ends,
have that.
pulled pork, spiced chicken, jalapeno muffin, cream corn, and beans.
Yes.
Oh, them cream corn and beans look fucking wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Not
think
the
I would-
dips. I'd have a barbecue dip instead, if I'm being honest, not the beans and the bloody slaw, whatever that is.
The
Would you
corn
eat the other?
kind
Would you eat the other stuff though, Chippers? Apart from the
Yeah, I think the rest stuff, but the dips are just nah. The dips look
Oh,
wrong.
Yeah, same.
the jalapeno cheese bread looks appealing too.
yeah, it does actually.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I
Where's
think I
this
would
last?
definitely.
I would.
it
Where's
did-
this?
It didn't say where it was. Hold on, if you just bear with me. It didn't let me put all the text in. So hold on, if I just
Was that like
can't find
mushroom
it.
or something?
Master.
I'll just find that again quickly.
Quickly.
Right,
Go on,
that's
Mr.
served.
Sinclair.
Right, yeah, that's served at Sporting Kansas.
Oh, well, I won't be
Of
going
course it
America.
is.
I won't be
Of course,
going
it's in
every time.
America. There's no way that would ever go to a UK ground. People would be
And
like,
I
"What the hell is
can't imagine it being served at Norwich, can you?
So I think some of you have said yes to that one by the looks of it.
that?" Yeah.
Okay,
I would. Yeah.
this is the next one.
What the fuck? Is that a pie?
Chicken
Yeah,
body pie. You can
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
There
I
you
know,
go.
I don't
Actually,
like-
funny enough, I had that at Wolves there last season. Quite nice. I would.
Oh,
I don't like
you-
I don't like chicken
you had
balls.
that.
Oh well, then.
I would have
Mike
always seen
Ashley's
that.
last
I had
game
it.
in charge. Wow.
Nice.
That pastry looks like a lot of pastry in their mind. That's only the worry.
I mean,
See,
I
what I-
do question that one, but the
Yeah,
one I had was
It
a lot
almost,
nicer
it
than
almost
that.
looks like those like apple strudels.
I
The
tell you
dough.
something. What I had in Mexico was deep fried ice cream.
I don't get how that's possible.
I know
Yeah.
it's bonkers because the
Oh, they put some
the
kind of
batter is
coating
hot.
around it.
The
Yeah, so it
batter's
melt the
hot,
ice cream.
but the ice cream's still frozen. It's one of
Yeah.
the weirdest experiences, but it's bloody lovely.
I've
So
had
who-
deep fried banana in Dominican Republic. Is pretty good.
So would any of you have that? I know you would have that again,
No.
Sharky, but anyone
I
else?
would
I
actually.
don't like-
I might have it.
If it wasn't chicken ball, if it was corned beef or like steak or mince, I would.
Yeah, they have options.
Yeah.
A Greg Custard roll.
To be fair, I mean, looking at that one, it looks a little bit weird, but the one I had was fine.
Right, this is the next one, but it's in Polish, and I couldn't get the.
Oh god, I know
English-
which one. It's like a kielbasa platter.
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
bloody
On the bite,
hell.
like a
I'm
fucking
instantly going to
penis.
pass on that.
It's
Pass
just
up on that
sausage
one.
fest,
Passing on that.
literally. No,
So it looks
no,
like you've
there's
got
two.
a big, you got a sausage, you've got a gherkin by the looks of it, two like buns of some sort, and it looks like
Who's having a
ketchup.
rave?
With mustard.
It looks like
I don't
ketchup
like
and
mustard, so
mustard.
it's an instant put off.
I'd
Mustard's not
try
bad
that,
for me.
but the sausage looks pretty weird.
No thanks.
Yeah,
No. There's two penises on the plate there, so no thanks.
Oh God, it almost just looks like it's almost like overcooked a bit, but like it looks pretty crispy, you know.
That sausage looks raw.
Yes or no for that one? I know communities have said
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, then fair enough. Fair enough. We got 3 more left to show, and this is the next one. Steak pie at Ned County.
Yes.
Jimmy, Ned,
My
you
type
famous?
of beers. Yes.
Oh, you wood chippers.
Your steak pie, your yes.
What's the best thing you guys drink with a pie? Beer?
I just have lemonade. I don't drink, so I just it's either lemonade or lose it.
Lucozade. Oh my God, you love your Lucozade.
Coke Zero for me.
I don't think I've ever had drunk pie and beer together before, I've got to admit.
You know what?
You
said
don't drink.
pie?
You don't drink pies. You don't drink pies, Peter. You eat
Well,
them.
I know what you have a pie one hand and a pint in the other. I mean, that's what I meant.
I'd give it a try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come to England on
that's
you.
strong,
Yes.
bro, yeah, no problem.
Oh, Chivas said yes for that
Oh.
one.
I just put in for a second. There's got the Sun game on the background, and the arguing over about the substitutions.
Oh, Jesus. Right, 2 left now, and we've got this one.
What the hell's that?
Pulled pork.
Toasty.
That's a pulled pork mac and cheese toasty from Manchester City.
No.
Yeah,
Hey,
you've got
mac
my
and
vote there.
cheese,
I'll
no.
take that.
Yes,
Yeah.
No.
yes, I
Where's
would.
the pork?
I'll go for that. Looks appealing.
I think
Ah,
pulled
is it?
pork sounds. Yeah, I'd give it.
I don't know what it is. I
pulled
don't usually agree with most of these food picks, but today I'm actually on a roll. I'm actually liking them.
There you
But,
are.
but once in my
Oh.
life, I'm actually going along with yeses.
I think there needs to be
Shorty's
some
going
kind of
with
barbecue
that
sauce.
Domino's now. He's going with that Domino's now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that as well. That looks. Do you know what? That doesn't look too bad. I've seen a lot worse when it comes to a toasty. That doesn't look bad.
It certainly doesn't, does it? So, yeah, that's a good point. And this is the
I'll give it
final
a go.
one. And I don't know what
Oh.
they have, and I don't know what they have done
The
to
reason
this.
the reason they're arguing because the floodlights have failed at the ground.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the one for Sunday as well. Oh, lucky.
Yes.
Start again.
Yeah. Well, this is the final one we've got, and I don't know what they've done to this. This is it.
Got them.
What?
What
Is
the
that
hell is that?
What the
What's
hell?
that?
The wrapping's stuck on the roll.
Sausage
It's a
roll at York,
newspaper.
Nah.
sausage roll at York City. I mean, how the fuck have they got that stuck to there?
How much is it?
I would have,
£3 for that?
No.
Nah,
I'd have
no
a sausage.
thanks.
No,
Instant
no.
pass
I'd
on.
have a sausage roll. I'd have a sausage roll, but not you.
No
I
chance.
mean,
I'd
what they've
rather
done
have
to-
a Greg sausage roll than that.
It looks like it's been stuck to I don't know,
Looks like it's been
I
stuck with an
can't
iron
quite
brew
see into
bottle.
it too
I
much.
think they
Just-
must
it
have
looked
wrapped
bad.
that up when it's just come out the oven, and the wrapping is just completely stuck to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
trying
the
to look
grease-
and look,
no,
look
no,
trying
no,
to
the
get a
grease-
close up of it. It looks, yeah, it just looks wrong. No thanks.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it. You know, when you look at it like close up, it's like, what earth is that? No thanks. Nah, I can't even. I can't barely look at it.
Does that look a little bit moldy as well to you? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no.
burned.
One
Burned.
second, I'll get my magnifying glass out. Yeah, that looks moldy.
It does a bit, doesn't it? Well, and that concludes today's food picks. So we'll get through these comments because there's a lot of them being coming in. So
Quickly.
let's.
Quickly.
Well,
Oh, he's lost them.
That sounds
He's
like a
lost
monkey.
them.
That's it. That quickly.
Quickly.
Tony says thing with
Quickly, John
Broja is
Sinclair.
thing with Broja says he won't start. I don't think he would as well.
Where's he fit though?
That's the thing. Covey says, I'm hungry. Evening all, Lee. Hope you're well. Yes, that was right. Our wingers haven't been scored as well as the striker midfielders carried us yet. Has
Exactly.
Tony says, drink a coffee, it'll fill your stomach. I think anyhow we'll use Callum Wilson as our first choice striker. So backup like Broja on loan from Chelsea would be great. That's a possibility. Dinner time,
If you just think of it, I'll just quickly say last season our wingers only contributed 8 goals last season. ASM scored 5, Fraser scored twice, and I think was it 1 goal Almiron scored. So and Wilson's
Murphy as
well,
haven't he? Murphy, did he only score 1 last season as well?
Did he score? Did he even score last season?
You know what? We need
first game of the season against West Ham.
I 1 goal, so has 9 goals.
I think we have to have Callum Wilson, ASM fit all season because those two together, like, I mean, if only Callum Wilson was younger, I genuinely think those two could have been like Harry Kane, Son, like contribution duo.
I think that's why we. Well, I think that's why we need.
Was either one were injured or the other were both injured.
I think that's why we need Diaby because he's the same sort of player as them.
When ASM was injured,
I don't see what all this hype is with Broja. You know, it doesn't really. I don't see where he fits.
That's
look, his record. It's not that great.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's good for the rest of these comments. Nice and a sprinkling of snot. Looks solid from that Spurs. Looks presentable. Looks dirty, but in a nice way. Oh, Jesus. A plain baguette, no top. Looks dry. Are you supposed to dip the baguette in the beer? That's an offensive weapon, according to Andrew. Looks like it's been dug up from under the pitch. Andrew says that's a tray of floor sweepers. Those meatballs look suspicious. I like coffee, not for me. Like baby sick. Mac and fuel, according to Tony. Lee says cheesy chips looks like something you get from your local chippy. Cheese and garlic sauce is nice, according to Lee Taylor. 150. Does that include the pint as well, Pete? I just said 150 when I got the video. I'd have that, not gonna lie. Sure. Said he looks American, that. Tony says pulled pork is unreal. Tell you what it is.
Yeah.
That round plate on looks the biz. Either dips or ill like. Needs some slow. Pork is nice. Whack some slow on that boom.
No, man.
Bad angle. That pie, he just picked that up off the floor, man. Lee says, you can get chicken balti pies from Asda for £1.89. Really nice. The pie looks raw.
Gordon Ramsay.
Tony says that pastry
will go. Donkey.
That pastry will go straight to Chippers' hips.
It's not how we think that can be fucking hips. I'll tell you that now.
Sausage wrist. Andrew says cock and balls on a tray. For fuck's sake. How are you supposed to eat that sausage? The buns don't go with the buns. I also Lee thinks it's roadkill pie. Wow. Andrew says dirty ass pie. Either a pint or a Coke, not the Coke you sniff. Pie smoothie. Andrew says I'd rather eat the grease-proof paper. Looks French, that toasty. Yes. When I buy food at non-league rounds, the drink I drink is Coke. I just go to a pub if I want a pint. It's very rarely I buy pints at St James's Park. I bought a few at Gateshead because they don't charge that much for them, actually. And you can take it out.
And you can drink it in the stand.
You can take it in the stand as well.
Well, I did that today at Benfield when I got my pint. And I was like, can you take it at the seat? Yeah, no problem. I was like, get in. It makes the match so much better. Like for all that stuff.
Tony says, blue waffle. Oh!
Blue waffle and meat spin.
Oh God. Sausage, mouldy, roll. It did look mouldy, didn't it?
It looked like Iron Brew, or an Iron Brew wrapper was still on it.
Andrew says, last one, someone smashed their pasty. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fucking smash your
How do
pasty.
people eat this stuff? According to, how do people eat this stuff?
Because there's no else to buy inside the ground.
Andrew says that's been in his pocket a month. He's on about the sausage roll. Looks like leftovers picked up from the trash can.
Garbage can.
We just need a second choice striker. Chelsea would want Broja to play if he's low. No good him sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Again, I just don't see where he fits.
Yeah, need a winger to take the
I was
load
just
off
going to say, right? I'm watching the women's football, and there's a woman with a second name called Spitz. And I hope
Yeah, there is.
I wonder if she does that sexually as well.
Oh god.
It'd be a bit awkward. Like
Is
that,
she at
like,
least good looking?
She's
Yeah,
all right,
bro.
like, but it would be a bit awkward
I
going on the
can
first
hear
date
it next door.
Brojean Lowe allowed to bring us a better quality winger into the club who can contribute to more goals than us. Says someone like Moussa Diaby would be class.
What's the score, by the way? Because I know I can hear it in the sitting room. We have a half is like watching it. What?
1-1. 1-1.
1-1.
But it'd be a bit awkward on the first day going, oh, I read spits, do you? And then saying, do you?
do the spits.
Billy, good evening.
Do
Hope
you
you're
spit?
well. If you feel free to come on the show if you would like to. Apparently, the floodlights have failed at the Stadium of Shite. Mackham
They're not
versus
playing at the
Rangers.
same as shite.
Having a whip round to get 50p to put in the meter.
They're not playing at the same as Portugal.
Where Bellotti, Bellotti, get on. You know, as he wants to.
You can take the pint to the stands at Dulwich and Hamlet. A lot of the non-league teams you can, actually. Sam, he's on about YouTubers. Would you have Diaby or a centre forward to cover for Wilson? That's what I was saying before. But Buquetta instead of Diaby because he's been linked again today.
Still have a striker because I think
we still need one.
Because I think a forward's probably got a better chance of getting that, as like Alex said, that 15 goal sort of contribution.
Yeah, possibly, definitely, yeah.
This game could get abandoned at the minute, I think.
Andrew says 2-4, Tony.
It's only a pre-season game.
I'm glad that's not our team's nutrition. It was under Bruce Hugo. I wonder if Spitz is having a roast after the game.
They'll be having a nice juicy doner kebab after the game. Has it been stupid?
She'll be eating stuffing after.
From Biggie Mega Trippy.
Billy's watching the boxing. Billy's watching the boxing. I come. That's no problem, Billy.
Someone
put 50p. Someone put 50p in the meter. In my opinion, you should go to Gates and away games. You can't beat a non-league. I need to try and get myself to one this time.
I did. I went to York versus Gateshead and finished 1-1. Gateshead should actually have won.
Well, Peter,
York join them?
If you do go, Peter, then don't go dressed up as a member of the village people. All right, you might need to put a shirt on there.
Hey, Peter, you could still do Gateshead and York next season, like the new season, because York's come out got promoted.
Chimus, do you see you're going to one of the two friendly games?
I'm going is it the Bilbao game on the Saturday?
All right, yeah, nice one.
My mate got tickets, so I'm going.
I won't be there.
You're going.
I won't be here.
I won't be there. I'll be away.
So I would normally hang around at the club shop before kickoff, so feel free to come find us there.
The Forest tickets go on sale on Tuesday, and I reckon because it's gone on sale to members and season cards, they'll sell out within half an hour.
They'll be gone. We've got no hope in hell, unfortunately.
Looks like Nathan Ake just signed for Chelsea.
He's going to Chelsea. Remarkable,
3 minutes
Is
ago.
the game on TV? Yes, it is, but it's on Premier Sport.
All right, so the Rangers game, that's what channel it's on, according to Lewis. You've got Scunthorpe and Oldham. They aren't long journeys. No, they're Oldham's about Manchester way, I believe, and Scunthorpe's
number 5.
Yeah, just
number
like...
To be fair, like it's mad saying Oldham and Scunthorpe both in the National League, but that's what happens.
How long if you didn't have a car to get there to them?
Just go for a nice, just basically start early, walk.
Right then. Well, I think we've got to talk about this because Brucey's West Brom lost 2-0 away this season. And you can tell from what I've seen on Twitter or his comments after the game was just the same old.
Well, did he say this? Well, don't worry, we'll roll the sleeves up and we'll dust ourselves down. Go again.
Well,
he said there was a lot of tired bodies out there. And it's going to get some miles in the legs.
Well,
man.
Right then, but this is what he had. This is what he said after the game. Well, after full time, this is what he came out with. He said, "It's good that all of our players have come through it without any problems, which is the main thing, really, especially the ones who haven't played much football recently because of injury. The likes of Dyke and Zahori, who have been out, as well as Moat, who had an operation over the summer. I thought for about 65 to 70 minutes, it was a case of only being a matter of time until we scored. But then
we didn't score, though.
but then we made a mistake, and thankfully the rest doesn't matter. A lot of our players have got a lot of minutes in, which is the key thing today. We've worked really hard since coming back to training, and there were a few tired bodies out there today, but that's minutes in the tank for a lot of players. I was pleased with some of the fitness levels, but we can also see that some of the other lads need more minutes in their legs. I need to try and get minutes into them without overloading them, and it's becoming too much. The plan now is to give minutes to all of the players in the next 3 or 4 games to see where we are at. When we head into the Hertha Berlin game, I'll have an idea in my mind of how we'll start the season. That's just pretty much the same old rubbish he was saying last season when he was manager of us still.
Did you just read the first sentence? Oh, it's not a problem. You are the fucking problem. It's not a problem.
I laugh because he says some need more than others. Well, unfortunately, Steve, when you only train twice a week, it's very difficult to do that.
I think that goes down to that. His training methods, not so many days a week. It
won't be long until he plays the sympathy card.
Again, same old.
No, listen, it won't be long.
How can some of these players say they need more? How can he say some of the players need minutes more than others? They all should be at the same level of fitness because they had non-international duty. They should all be at the same level. They should all be at the same.
Careful now. They'll be getting loads of days off.
I guess, and some of the West Brom fans are sick already. And can you blame them? No, you can't.
No, they'll be off tomorrow, but don't worry about it. They're off. Got a few days to rest. 4 or 5 days.
He'll be away doing the kebab shop tonight off for your eyes only in Birmingham.
He'd be like, well, you know, I mean, Stevenage are a really, really, really good side these days. I mean, come on. I mean they really get working.
I'm to say, well, you know, I've sent me CV to 10 Downing Street, you know, and I'm hoping that, you know, I've got, you know, I mean, if I get sacked, then I'll be PM, you know. Well, you know, I really, really, really wanted the Prime Minister's job. Always wanted the Prime Minister's job.
So if any West Brom fans are watching, this show, that's what you're going to get pretty much from that absolute dickhead.
Who was their first game of the season, West Brom? Who they got?
They're not on the telly.
I think it's Borough. I'll just double check. I think it's Borough.
Oh, do you know what it is? I don't like Middlesbrough much either. Do you know what it is? I hope it's a stinky 0-0 draw. Just to start things off.
Wait a minute. On Saturday,
honestly, I hope it's a stinky 0-0 draw and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden they start losing games after that.
It will be with Steve Bruce because he's either loses or draws, isn't he?
Legit, like they'll play like 20 odd games, 20 draws. Oh well, you know, we really are trying. We're trying to improve things on and off the pitch.
Yeah, I'll literally laugh at last season how West Brom were in the playoff places and he somehow managed to get them out of the playoff places and not even anywhere near promotion.
Did you see what he said though? He can't oh, I've made them better. You haven't, you've made them worse because they were in the playoffs when you got the job. Like, wait, I'm sure West Brom, I forgot where they finished. At one point they were like 12th in the league. Did they finish 10th or something in the end? 10th?
I think it was 7th, 8th or 9th or something along the, just about top
that's
10.
Not improvement. They're going backwards. Like for a club that like even in the Sam Allardyce, he gave them a little bit of hope towards the back end of that season. You think, right, okay, they might be able to do something in the championship. If anything, they were gradually getting worse. That other manager left, he lost his job. Steve Bruce come in. Oh, I'm here to improve them. You're not. You're making them worse. You can't manage. You shit. As simple as that. I mean. You had the 8 million quid, right? You should have just took it and left. Give it a few seasons and come back. Don't just jump in because you fucking want to make a mockery of yourself. You know what I mean? It's a joke.
I find it hypocritical of him as well because when he left us, he said, "I think I'll retire." And then he said in his first interview at West Brom, he went, "I couldn't leave Newcastle like that. I couldn't leave me footballing career like that." I'm thinking, 2 months ago, you've just said, "I'm going to retire. I'm thinking about retiring." So what fucking, you've only gone there for the money, right? It's only for the money. That's it.
Full of shit, Steve Bruce.
Yep. That's it. So, well, yeah, again, West Brom fans.
By the way, I was looking on their website. I was looking on their website the other day, and apparently their season tickets have gone on general sale, and apparently that's not happened for a while. So what's that tell you? I don't think fans are even paying that money to watch.
It's just like when we had the 15,000 tickets go on sale, because we were 15,000 tickets down.
That's it. Exactly.
There you go. There you are. Well, it looks like this man, really wants out of his club.
Ronaldo, are you surprised?
He's refusing to go to the pre-season games. He really wants.
I heard it was not. He didn't go on to pre-season the pre-season tour due to family issues.
That's just a cover up. That's just the same saying I don't want to play for you anymore.
You know what it is? You know why? I love Ronaldo. He's a great player. But the thing is, it's because he got it easy under Ollie, right? Because he was a soft touch, and then you got Ten Hag. He's got in there and he's given Mal a kick up the backside. The ones who he doesn't want, he's getting rid of. He's trying his best, right, to put his blueprint in the Man United. And there's certain players that are obviously not buying into it. Ronaldo looks clearly he's one of them. You know what I mean? He's come in, and that's what Ten Hag's trying to do. He's trying to build the respect back up amongst the fans and the squad. And if he doesn't want to be part of his blueprint, then Ten Hag's pretty thinking, well, yeah, you're Ronaldo, but you're not bigger than the club. You can go. You know what I mean? If that's what's happened, then that's the vibes I'm getting anyway. I mean, I could be totally wrong here, but that's what I seem to be getting.
They only signed him last season for shirt sales. That's it, because they knew that last season that the shirt sales weren't progressing. The revenue that was incoming wasn't there. So the thought will just sign Ronaldo because he's on the cheap, and then shirt sales will go up, and that's exactly what happening now. It's a case of well, how old is he? 38 or 39 this year?
37 years.
No, Ollie, right? Ollie, soft touch. Ranić, soft touch. Ten Hag, right? He's not a shit manager by any stretch. He's got Ajax to finals and stuff. But he's been given that job based on what he's done at Ajax and the respect that he's gained in the game. He wasn't only linked with just Man United. He was linked with a lot of big clubs, and obviously Man United is still that big club. I know they've won out for a long time, but it's Man United, isn't it? He's been given it on trust. He's gone into there. He's got his blueprint, and then he's saying, right, this is what we're doing for the new season. I'm getting rid of the big egos, and they clearly don't like it. You know what I mean? Pogba's gone. Obviously, Ronaldo doesn't want to be there anymore. Like, for me, if you didn't like what I do, love it. That's it. Go. You know what I mean? Simple as that. You got to respect him in that way.
Or has Ronaldo possibly said, right, I came out to this club to try and get this club into Champions League football. Failed to do that, so...
But what's not saying? But the thing is, you know what? I would trust Ten Hag over the two that were there previously. You know, for me, I mean, that Ranić was just a waste of time. And then Ollie, I mean, as I said, he was totally out of his depth. Good as a player like Steve Bruce at Man United, just not good enough. You know, as managers, the job was too big for them. Ten Hag, for me, he'll build Man United up, but it's going to need a bit of time. The way I see it, he's got a better chance next season of getting them into the top four than what the previous two managers did. Do you know what I mean? He needs time to build something.
Yeah. I think next season they'll be mid-table. You know, I really do. I can't see them being in the top. I literally think they're going to have that season where it's going to be everything's going to be all over the place. They're going to be as unbalanced as me on a flipping tricycle, because on a unicycle. Sorry, but it's like for me, they're going to have a squad that's just all over the place until he gets like his stamp season authority on, and it's the next season for me that they could really struggle next season, especially if Ronaldo goes. That tells you how reliant they were on him, because who are they going to replace him with? Who's going to want to go there?
Exactly.
That thing with Man United as well, though. They buy all these players with big money and then never sell them on for profit or anything like that. They're losing money left, right, and centre. Do you know what I mean? Like Man City are getting players like Jesus. They're getting players, you know, who they can actually sell on, you know, at a record profit. Man United are losing money left, right, and centre.
Look at Happy as well.
Well,
Lingard, West Ham.
Yeah, you can. Well, Man United have said that he wasn't for sale at first, but now they will listen to any offers from him. How much would he go for? For Ronaldo. How much would he go for now? That's
they're not going to get that 80-odd million quid. He's not going to go.
No chance.
Simply, they're not going to get what they want. It's just they're probably going to get half of that if they're lucky.
Or you might get £5 million for him.
Oh, God.
I just think at the end of the day, you're probably all right. Man United might have a season of struggle. It's either going to go one way or the other, right? But he needs time to build something. He's being given the job on merit of what he's done with Ajax and what he's done in European football. So obviously he has it in him to do something at Man United, but obviously it won't happen overnight. The way I see it is Ronaldo's obviously, I don't know the full ins and outs, but the way I see it, it's either he's had a falling out with the manager, or he's just not happy with the recruitment, or something's happened. It's Man United, for goodness sake, you know what I mean? He wants things to be perfect. It's not.
That's it. Sorry, guys, but I'm absolutely sweating like a pig at this rate. It's just...
It is. 23, 24 degrees.
Didn't Ten Hag say about 5 years or so before he get Man United back to it?
At the
Do
stadium.
you know what it is? Man United, well, if that's what he asks for, then Man United are going to have to give him that time to build something, because that's been Man United's problem. They've just been stagnating as a football club. Do you know what I mean? This whole thing as well, like, oh, well, we need to bring ex-players in that play for the club or even young managers, because this is what's going to happen. For me, it's been proved to be a failure. It meant like Lampard at Chelsea, well, that didn't go down very well. You've got obviously Ollie to Man United, that didn't do very well. Steve Bruce at Newcastle did not go down very well, as you all know. So I can go on. Same with it's the same. It could be the same with anyone that goes and who's had a link with a club. It's every player's different. Every club operates differently.
Leaves no problem. You've got to get a tram from Manchester to get hold of him. I've heard that. Just got it on. Didn't even know I had Premier Sports. Halifax, another team that's not long Jenny forgets. I know it's not Yorkshire. The only way Bruce will retire is if the kebab shops close down near the stadiums. Well, you know. Do you think Ronaldo's been a good signing? He scored more goals, but they spent about 20 plus more as a team.
Yeah, he has one. He has one,
not
right?
as good as what he has been, though.
Yes, he has one for you, right? Last season, take Ronaldo's goals away, or even half the goals he scored. Man United finished mid-table.
Yeah,
even we finished above them. Man United, right, do not finish top 6. I can guarantee that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. His value now is due to his commercial value, not longevity. Yeah, Tony thinks 10 to 15 million for.
No, they'll definitely get more than that. No. For Ronaldo, more money than that.
Liam thinks once Klopp leaves Liverpool, they're going to appoint Gerrard, according to him.
Yeah.
Good well do. Right.
You say that though. It depends what he does with Aston Villa, because Villa's a big job for him. You know, you think they're backing him financially, and if he doesn't improve Aston Villa, this is going to be Gerrard's first full season now in charge of Aston Villa. He had the so-called the honeymoon period, because he joined halfway through the season after managing Rangers. If he has a slow start this season after what they've bought, the deal with Carlos to name one, then he's automatically under pressure. And does that jeopardise his chances of managing Liverpool? Quite frankly, yes, because Liverpool are a club that, you know, want to continue to be, you know, successful. They want the experienced managers that can deliver them their trophies on a season-by-season basis.
Yep, absolutely. We'll just look through the other transfer news that's been going around. It looks like Nottingham Forest are going to get Neco Williams from Liverpool.
Be a good sign, that.
Well, sure, this is on a permanent deal. Apparently, Spurs will listen to offers for Lo Celso and Ndombele, Reguilon, and Harry Winks. Reguilon, I'm a bit surprised with that one.
You got to remember as well, though, Conte is trying to build something with Tottenham. Like, obviously, again, Man United, it's not going to happen overnight. Do you know what I mean? They've got a lot of work to do. And even if Spurs even want to look like, you know, challenging in that, well, they're obviously in top 4, but if they want to stay in the top 4 consistently, you know what I mean, they've got a lot of work to do. Even just to compete in the Champions League and trying to go for a title. They've got work. He's a good man. I rate Conte. I think he'll do well for Spurs.
Yeah. Southampton have signed Joe Aribo from Rangers. Brighton have yet to receive any offers for their defender Cucurella, but they have had interest from Manchester City. But apparently, they're going to offer him a contract.
I'm sorry, like if Man City come in for you over a contract at Brighton, you're going out for Man City, aren't you?
Of course.
I'm hearing Rafinha's not in the lead squad on their tour in Australia.
He's going to Chelsea.
Australia? The way over there? I thought it was in Austria.
He's going to Rafinha. He's going to Chelsea.
Chelsea, of course. I really it's one of the two.
Actually,
apparently, Barca come in and match Chelsea's bid. Apparently,
didn't I say something the other week that he was already signing for Chelsea, or that he was on the dotted line? It was like 2 weeks ago. He was going to Chelsea. I'm sure that I'd seen that.
I think he was waiting for Barca to come in, and I think Romano said last night that Barca finally put a bid in for him.
It's amazing how Barca find all this magic money, like.
Yeah. Pogba is in Juventus for his medical. It looks like he's about to be going back to Juventus now, by the looks of it.
Well, the thing is with Pogba, you know what it is. You know, he was a great player, but I think Ollie ruined him. And there was even that Ranius would have ruined him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
this money.
I'm not, you know, what I mean, I'm not making any excuses for how poor he was at Man United. Like, obviously, but you know, he was a real talent at Juventus. You know, what I mean, the better manager would have got the best out of him. Would have gotten where he should have been. That's the thing. They wouldn't have signed him back if they knew he wasn't good enough.
I just don't think the Premier League suited him. I just think he wanted so much time on the ball and he wanted to do this and that, and you can't do that in the Premier League. You can't in the leagues when you've got like 10 hours on the ball and you can look up and you can stand there on the ball, but you can't in this league. You just get snapped, and that he just couldn't deal with it. Wasn't good enough. Just when I look at some of the managers that he's had, it's like even how long Ollie was there for, how much time he was given. It's like if things could have been so much different from. But you're right in a way, because I say even the Italian league, it's quite slow. You know what I mean? You could do what you want over there. The fact that Fergie got rid of him in the first place should have taught you that Fergie doesn't get rid of good players.
That's it.
Brentford, they've completed the signing of Aaron Hickey.
Hickey!
How do you think Brentford will do for the new season? Do you have any hope for them?
I think they'll struggle without Ericsson. I think they'll really struggle.
Probably
because
15,
he was the one
16.
I think he was the one that kept them up last season, because if you notice when we played them, they were on that slope where they were sinking like a stone, and then we probably thought after we beat them that they were going to be ones that went down, and then they signed Ericsson and the bit stabilised. So I think without him, they're gonna really, really struggle. I think.
Do you know who Brentford remind me of last season? But obviously, it kind of went to form in a way. Hull. Do you remember when Hull first came up and had such a really good start? They were like third at one point, and then soon in the end, I think they said, well, we went down that season, but they ended up like finishing 17th on the final day.
I think they'll do what Leeds did last season. I think they'll really struggle, and I think they'll just stay up because the three teams that are coming up, I don't think are much cop. I think, and they're not signing players that I look and think, ooh, that's going to be enough to keep them up. They might have games where, like, Forest at the Forest City ground might get good results because of the atmosphere, but I think you look at Fulham, I think they're just fucking... I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much they spend, they'll go down because they're just that type of a club. I think Bournemouth are going to go straight back down because they've signed nobody. And I think...
don't rate Scott Parker, if I'm honest with you.
It's not a Premier League manager. It's not a Premier League manager.
Really?
And then I think if you look at Forest, well, they've signed Dean Henderson, but they're paying all of his wages on loan, so that's going to kill them financially. And then
the only one I actually gave hope for was actually Fulham. They're the only ones. They must have one of them's going to go.
I don't know about Fulham, because I think for Mitrovic scored last season. He's not a Premier League striker. And
by the way,
they'll create.
We'll see how those pink Fulham kits get on next season as well if we give any luck. The away shirts.
Shocking.
They come to St James's Park and pink kits.
Oh, Jesus. Gareth Bale has arrived in LA to seal his move.
Well, of course, when you got all that money, it's MLS, isn't it? You want to make sure you got MLS in your CV.
No, his visa got done yesterday, and he could have played, but he didn't have enough time training and that. No, but you want to be one of those players. Go on.
I could see Ronaldo going well now, really good.
Same. It's only a matter of time. You'll join him. Like, you need to put MLS. If you're one of those players, like it's like you want to join the boys, don't you? You see like Steven Gerrard and Beckham, all them all playing the MLS. You want to put that on your CV before you retire. Now you got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's done the same with LA Galaxy as well. They're all doing it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I could actually see Beckham going for Ronaldo if he could afford his wages. I think I could see him try and sign him, even if it's just for a season, just for the World Cup, just so he's playing.
Even managers later on are doing it. Like certain ones are going to the MLS because they know that they're prepared to pay stupid money whether for your wages. Doesn't matter what it looks like. By the way, I'm amazed that given the fact that like the MLS is not a lot, like it's not talked about as often over years. But there you go. What do I know?
It is like some of the games that are live in the UK. Sky Sports and
honestly, I don't watch the MLS. I'll probably get bored.
No.
Oh, well, I'm not really watching much of it. Go back to Chelsea, of course. Their talks to get Nathan Ake, and apparently the Raheem Sterling deal's very close. Apparently as well.
Good deal, that by the way for Chelsea. I actually do think that's a good sign.
I think Sterling ran his course at Man City, and that's why I think they've let him go. Because I think he's just what else can he do there? You know,
Chelsea still want to go for Frankie de Jong from Barcelona.
Thing is, Chelsea are crying out for a player like him, though, Sterling. That's what they need. They've missed out on like some sort of like goal scoring machine.
I'm very surprised they've gone for Ake, though. I really am. I am
What,
shocked.
has he gone to Chelsea?
Where they've apparently
Sorry?
agreed stuff. Apparently they've agreed fees and everything for
No
him.
way. Has that actually happened?
Aye.
Is he
I've
gone back?
seen
What?
Ronaldo.
Didn't he play for Chelsea?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
We said the
So
academy. with
basically,
Chelsea
he's
and all
gone full circle.
He's
So
done
basically,
like
from the
Ake,
very
right?
get-go, when I seen Ake
Done
go to
like
Man City, I said when he signed for them, that is going to be the most pointless signing I've seen, and it's proved to be.
Aye, because he went to Chelsea and then he went on loan to Bournemouth, then Bournemouth signed him, and then I think Chelsea had a buyback clause in him for like the first option. And obviously he went to Man City, and then obviously now he's going back to Chelsea.
See, I knew it. I said that. You know, the minute he was linked to Man City from Bournemouth, I said he'll not play many games, if any at all. He'll basically be one of those players. He'll either sit there and take the money and see off his contract, or he'll have the balls to move and actually won't want to play football. But even Chelsea, though, like what's he going to do at Chelsea? Oh, actually, I say that. If that's the case, then he's the Rudiger replacement. He has to be, because Rudiger's gone to Real Madrid. He is.
There you go. And Christensen's gone to Barcelona as well.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
The Sunderland game has just been abandoned.
Oh, what's happened?
Okay.
Floodlight.
Oh,
The
floodlight.
first failed.
Actually, I say that didn't get too excited, because Sunderland will put that down on their record books that we were beating Rangers and it went. Listen, we've seen it all before.
Winning 1-0.
Yeah, but they didn't complete the game though, so no one really cares.
Spurs also left. Bergwijn's left Spurs to join Ajax.
He's signed for them. Done deal.
He did.
Finished. He's got a full circle.
Yeah, I expected that.
Yeah. Let's read through these comments though, because I think again they've been really coming in. So it's surreal. Bill Gregg says who's going to win Euro 2022?
The World Cup's before that, man. The World Cup's before that.
Yeah.
That's the World Cup this year, not the Euros.
No, it's the women's Euros.
Oh, so is Bill Gregg had a Sinclair by the looks of it?
Oh no! I think no. He's on about the women's Euros, I think.
Oh, the women's
Euros.
Euros.
Yeah. He's
Holland's going to win it.
No, they would. Manu got him for 50 million, I think. I hope Gerrard flops big time across Andrew. Chelsea appoint Lampard because of his time as a player. At Chelsea, Liverpool will appoint Gerrard for some reason. And Dombelli is a decent player, shocking attitude though.
That's why we won't go.
Leaves says Pogba's attitude ruined him, not Ollie. I think that's true.
To be fair, I'll say something. It's a bit of both, because you got to think, if he's not happy with the manager, how everyone was talking about how poor Ollie was as a manager, right? That can make any player sulk.
Yeah,
if you're not good enough.
Brentford will finish 17th according to Liam. Forest will be like Huddersfield. You see the ticket prices are full of it's like £60 to £100.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen that. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
But away tickets have to be capped at £20 anyway.
No, £30.
Tony
It's
thinks
£30.
Yeah.
Spurs could be dark horses next season for the league this year.
No,
I said they'll be there and thereabouts.
I don't think they will. I think if you look at Man City, they won the league last season without a striker. I knew they've got two. So fucking hell, that's got to be even worse.
Liam thinks Spurs could finish second.
I did say that, to be fair. They could. Not win the league, but it'd be a step up for them.
I can't see it with Liverpool getting Nunez as well. I can't see that with Nunez going to Liverpool. I think they'll be first two again.
Andrew says we're champions next season. Bet you a pint. Not yet, Andrew. Not yet.
No. Pint of what, water or absinthe?
Tony, a banner for fuck's sake. I respect for Spurs after the Super League. Oh no, I lost respect for Spurs after the Super League. I
lost respect for them after I tried to stop us getting taken over now.
All the
Daniel Levy.
Yeah, baldy twat.
They got the lights working again, then abandoned it. Weird.
No, it flashed on for 5 seconds, and then the lights crashed again.
It's a summer's night. Who needs flashlights? According to Andrew.
No, it was pitch black at the stadium.
Stadium of no lights. Well,
Where?
But hey, we've got about
10 minutes.
what's Mason said? Hello, sexy cheeks, Lewis. Who said that?
Oh, that's me, brother.
Peter, I'm going to head off now, but it's been good to speak to you.
No problem, Sharky. Good to see
Take
you.
care, lads. Good to see you, man. See you next week.
Please check
Drop
out
him.
Sharky's channel too, Nobby TV. Drop him a subscribe if you haven't done so yet. So, because What's Football become most fans should just watch a local long league team. They need the money and the fans. Yeah, Liam has got a point there as well.
I like non-league football, to be fair.
Head, it's boiling in Newcastle. I'm in Austria. Directed F1 races, 40 degrees here. Wow. It's absolutely It's absolutely roasting, and I'm really feeling the heat tonight, I've got to admit.
Just about 20 in it, tonight. Maybe a bit
I've
less.
got a sleeveless top and a pair of shorts on, and it's still bloody hot. But not to mention the green screen light in front of us is certainly not helping. So there you are as well.
Yeah, like, the Geordies are not used to the heat.
The problem is, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm
your brother saying that.
Kill him in a minute.
I'm a bit worried that's his brother saying it.
1 second.
He's actually just going to kill me now.
That's a Kenny John. Liam says he doesn't miss Premier League football. I'm enjoying watching non-league football. I'll be watching some more of that next season as well.
Same.
Sorry about that.
But there you go. We've got about just under 10 minutes left of the show, guys. Again, if you enjoyed tonight's show, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you are new and enjoying the content. If you want to consider donating to the channel as well, hit this dollar button for super chat. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel as well, just click the join button and you can now become a member of the channel. So there.
Peter, I've got to go and shoot because I've got to sort my work clothes out for the morning.
No problem, Chimmers.
Are you doing one next week?
I think we'll be back to Friday next week, so hopefully we'll be back to normal now.
Because I'm 10 o'clock finish next Saturday and I'm finished at 3 on Friday, so should be there. I'll probably see you in Bulls on Tuesday if you're on Tuesday night.
No problem. So I'll be back. This show will be back to Friday as normal next week. So there you are. Thank you very much, Chimmers, and I'll see you later.
Is that the new tune shirt behind you?
Oh yes, it is. I've won with England.
Yeah.
No, nice one.
I'm cutting away for Wednesday.
Liam says when we get involved in the FA Trophy, I want Gated away for his team, Dulwich and Hamlet. So I'll be interested. Just got into the F1 this season after Verstappen Hamilton showdown last year. I've not really got into Formula One, I've got to admit.
I'm a Formula One fan.
It's just something I just don't. It's just something about it just doesn't interest us. I don't know why. Probably sound like a boring git for that, but I don't know why.
I understand why people don't like it because it's like racing around a track. People get bored, but it's more fun when it's not that good on TV, but when you're there, my God, it's amazing.
That's fair enough. Liam's not being an F1 fan. That's fair play. Andrew says, I love the F1. Last week's race was excellent.
Yes.
Liam says the same with darts as well.
I like darts.
I've been watching Wimbledon lately.
Yeah.
Not really been much into them, I've got to admit. So there you are. But yet again, that's what some people are like, I suppose. That either they like it, you like it, or you don't watch it. So there you are. Yeah, pretty much. As well. Spurs have announced a player called Lenglet from Barcelona on loan.
We were linked with him in January. But
so defender he is as well. I think Spurs are in talks to try and get DJ Spence from Nottingham Forest.
He's from Middlesbrough. He was on loan at Nottingham Forest last season. He's a good player, by the way.
Yep. Oh, I'm hearing Leicester have lost to non-league Notts County the day.
Jesus.
Wow. 2-1 it was as well. So, wow, that's a bit of a surprise. So, Leicester have lost their first game in pre-season. Aston Villa won 4-0 away to Walsall. 4-0. Crystal Palace won 5-4 against Millwall.
A derby.
Yep. Brentford won 2-0 away. Were they playing? They were against Boreham Wood, so a non-league side for them. Of course, Newcastle beaten Gateshead 5-1 at the Benton training ground. Behind with no fans there watching. So
Gates are playing Tuesday.
They get the season kicked off then.
No, they were away to Dunstan in pre-season.
Oh, pre-season. It's another pre-season. That's right.
You know, when we play in Austria, I hope them 2 games are live streamed on YouTube for the fans who can't travel out there.
That's very interesting. Mason says, who will win the FA Cup this season? Wow.
Either Man City or Liverpool.
It could be, yeah. It's a darts a sport, in your opinion. I see it as a pub game. I like playing darts, not watching it, though. Fair play. He's decent. Lenglet was better before he went to Barca, though. F1 is a massive TV production. Like, not only am I calling camera shots and takes my wife, it's calling chopper camera shots. Gay said season starts on the 6th of August.
Same as Newcastle.
Same as we get.
At least they're away, though.
Yeah, so we kick off our season against Forest on the 6th. Countdown now. Count that clock doing. So technically 4 weeks time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, 4 weeks today.
4 weeks today, we get the season underway.
I mean, that's a month. It's only a month away.
Exactly, it's going really counting down now. Oh, that clock's now ticking. Clock's now ticking, definitely for sure.
Technically, it's less than a month to the Premier League starts because the first game is on the 5th of August, the Friday night.
Yes, that's right. Well, there you are. What's happened to Hamilton this season? I have no idea, to be honest.
The car.
Andrew says, I love the two, but was born in Gateshead, so would love to see them jump up a few divisions. Good luck to them and Williamson. I think
good luck to Rob Elliott. Good luck to Rob Elliott as well, because he's by looks like he's on the coach and stuff.
Yes, absolutely, yes, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tony says 4 weeks today, Eddie's mags are up and away. There you are. And Tsunami says it's his car again. I've not been watching F1, so I won't have a clue. I just don't have a clue. So there you are. Got about just over a minute left of the show, guys. Again, get the rest of your comments in the live chats. So there you are. Actually, PIF give F1 600 million per year. Wow.
Yeah, and one of the sponsors is Aramco.
Yeah. So I hear they were having problems. Liam says, if I was a Gateshead fan, I would hate to do that long journey to Torquay and Yeovil, all the way down in Devon.
I think I could be doing Wrexham away.
Well, Yeovil's Somerset way, but Torquay is
Cornwall.
Torquay is Devon.
Devon.
So long way.
But still a trek to go to Wales.
Yep.
Did you know who Wrexham signed yesterday?
Who?
Elliot Lee. You not remember him?
No.
Interesting.
He's the son of Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Says, why won't we say Paqueta? Hopefully we will. Hamilton too busy dressing like a tweenie, according to Andrew. Like and subscribe, people. Cheers, Beetle Grey. Yeah, Aramco is big in F1. It certainly is, isn't it?
And,
There you are.
yeah.
There you are. But anyway, guys, we've now come to the end of the show. It's been another blast.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much, guys, for coming on.
No problem.
And I'll catch
You're
you all
welcome.
later.
Yeah.
No problem. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you very much for another brilliant show for tonight. Loads of you coming on with your comments, and as usual, and for those who did pop on tonight's show as well, definitely, again, do keep an eye out for any news in regards to coming out the club, in regards to transfers or just any news in particular. So do keep an eye out for that coming on the channel. We'll have this show again back on Friday next week, so we'll be back to the normal day that we'll have the show on Friday. So there you are. So that one will be going as well. See your chat there, Lewis. Thanks very much. No problem at all. Cheers for popping in, man. I'll just rattle through these comments quickly. So Mason says, Lewis, come down to the fire, please. Okay, so he looks like he's asking you to do something there, Lewis. 99. Cheers, Peter. No problem, Tony. Cheers, Peter. Enjoy your rest of the weekend, mate. You as well, mate. Oh, God, Tony, I hope you're not... Oh, please tell me that is not true, that. Oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway, guys, again, thank you very so much. And again, don't forget to like, drop your comments in as well when this comes out. And, of course, do hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel as well. And you really do enjoy the content. We're not far away from 1,600 subscribers and now on the channel, so please do smash that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Definitely. Oh, God almighty. But anyway, guys, thank you very, very much. See you all later. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Good night.